let's talk a little bit about vulnerabilities that exist within broadband networks and how can network operators find these vulnerabilities and plug them?
Yeah, absolutely. The Cujo team is really focused on that specific opportunity. The founders of the company came from the enterprise security space, and what they realized is with the proliferation of these IoT devices, customers are bringing home all sorts of really smart devices. But no matter how good a job the manufacturers of those devices do of trying to lock them down, protect them, there is still lots of attack vectors that remain open, and there's new threats every day. And what the team realized was, look, this approach that we've taken to protecting enterprises is not well suited at all for protecting the broadband home. You know, the enterprise approach is designed on the premise that there is a very high-powered computer at the edge of the network that can examine every single packet that comes in and out and very granular controls, and you can be really smart. And you've got a lot of people looking at the threats, detecting them, trying to look for anomalies and fix them. Well, that approach does not work at all in a broadband environment, residential broadband especially. What you have in a residential broadband environment is the exact opposite. You have millions and millions of locations. You've got, instead of a high-powered computer, you have a router, which is actually a very low-powered computer, doesn't have a lot of memory. And what they realized is the solutions that existed for protecting enterprises today just don't work well in that environment. And they thought a new approach was required, hence Cujo. Our approach is really to leverage AI and machine learning techniques to be able to deliver that type of experience in the broadband home setting without having to drive up the cost of the equipment that's at the edge of the network. And that's something that network operators are extremely sensitive to. So our solution takes advantage of these new techniques, takes advantage of the fact that there's a high throughput, low latency connection between the carrier cloud and the home, and deploys a very thin agent on the router that does a lot of inspection and enforcement and moves all of the heavy lifting into the cloud. So that's our, it's a completely different approach to trying to do security to address a completely unique problem.